What to do? What to do? What's going on, people? I hope everyone's having a good morning. It is Monday morning here. Gotta love it. 20th of May, 2024. We are in the bull cycle. Okay, and today we're gonna talk about crypto. We're gonna talk about a review. One of the guys that got on yesterday, he wanted to do basically he wanted us to do a review on his website on his coin. You did a shout out, so I'm going to review his project today. We're also going to talk about scams, a couple of these things about meme coins and how you can spot these scams. Also, yeah, I'll just give you kind of like an overview of kind of like how you know if you're going to get played, if you're getting played in a lot of these projects because they're very the people that run them just start doing all sorts of weird stuff and it's really shady, and that's how you know that you're getting taken for a ride. So um, it's just a whole. It's just trying to educate you guys from years of being in the crypto space, knowing that a lot of these stuff, a lot of the projects will go to zero, and they're just people out there that are just out there to manipulate you. They're doing crypto for all the wrong reasons. They build a community, they get people hyped up, people start believing in the project, and all they do is start to just extract value from the viewers, the people that are invested in the token, invested in the NFT, whatever, right? And unfortunately, this is happens it's very common in crypto. So we'll talk more about that. But let's just go to the BTC chart and let's start there. So um, hopefully you can see my screen there. So we're just looking at Coin Gecko. We're at 66k for Bitcoin, which is not too bad. Um, it did have a bit of a push of a couple of 3 or 4k because it was sitting around 60, 61 for a while, for a couple of weeks. So it's good to have a bit of a push up back up to the 60s, 66, 65, 66, 67 range, which is good. Um, but yeah, Ethereum's 3K, Solana's 169. So Solana's gone back up. Obviously, hopefully past those issues they had before of when they was getting too congested. And look out for Toncoin. Toncoin's ecosystem, I think, is going to really explode over the next 6 months. Okay, Memecoin season is coming to Toncoin. So yeah, tons of stuff happening. And then if we just go and have a look at the meme coins. So the meme coins are the highest. This is in my opinion, this is how you get 10, 20, 30, 100x, even 1000x gains if you can get in the right time and the right place at the right time. You can do it with meme coins. So this is the fastest way to basically become rich in crypto is through meme coins. I like to talk about meme coins. They're fun and they most of them have no value, but people love meme coins because of their simple. But if we have a look at here, um, yeah, the main meme coins here are the kind of like Bonk, Dog with Hat, Pepe. Um, all these ones are pretty much the main meme coins. Maga's pushing. Um, so yeah, meme coins are going to have a really big run in the bull run. Floki's up 13% for the week. So yeah, if you want easy gains but not massive gains, just go for the top 10 meme coins. You won't get massive gains from them because they've got large market caps. They're a bit like the blue chips in the layer ones, but they're safe. Okay. Um. So just to give you an idea of kind of going back to what I said before. Now I reviewed a couple of these projects. One of them was let's see. One of them was yeah, retarded. Okay, I did retarded ROI the other day, and if we look at the chart here, You can see it's nothing but dumped. So this whole website is actually the the whole premise of retarded is basically they're sick of getting wrecked by fat soggy retarded influences, and they're finally here to basically go against all these soggy influences and um, be there for the people, so the people can quit looking at these guys here, which keep on manipulating everyone, and then get together, band together as a community. So the narrative is really strong. However, these guys here who run this, they're just taking the piss out of you, because even though it's a well put together narrative, it's a well put together website, they've gone to a lot of trouble of putting this together. They could have done big things, but these guys are just extracting value, and they're just doing the exact same thing that these guys are doing, which they claim to um, be against, right? Crash, Logan Paul, Banks, Ben Armstrong, all these ones here, Paulie OX, Cook Capital LLC, they're doing the exact same thing as these people. Probably, they're taking the absolute piss out of, and that's why this chart here is just gonna go nowhere. I was already out of this, and this is why this is going to go to zero, right? Why? Because these people that actually run this, they're taking the piss out of you, and they're just extracting as much value from the community, which is pretty sad actually, because this could have been a really good project. If you go here, the way to tell, now you don't know this until it happens. So when I did a review on this, I looked at it and I thought this is actually a good project. This could go somewhere. But now, as they were selling off the coins that they had, you don't know this until it happens. So if you go in the top traders, okay, come down here to deck screen and come down these tabs: transactions, top traders, holders, liquidity providers. Go here, go top traders. When you go top traders, you can see here that this guy here, the top number one, actually bought 511. This is like a legit trader, and then sold it for 6K. 6-7 made 6,200. But if we go and have a look at here, see this number two, so it's got zero. They never bought anything, and they sold it for 6,000. Then scroll down to number five. They never bought anything, but they sold it for 4,000. And then number seven, they never bought any coins, and then they sold it for 3,000. And this keeps on going on. See, so where they see the bought category, see there's no. Do you see these spaces? This is how you know it's a scam. See all they're doing is just all these ones here, 2K, 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 they sold 2K, 3K. All these are just wallets, wallets that already had coins in them. They never bought them, and they just sold it and made 100% profit. See, look at this. 6K sold, 4K, there's 10K, 13K, there's 16K, 16, 18K, there's 20, 22K, 22, there's 28. There's another 30K, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I'm already easily like up into 35K already. So basically, they just made a website and they had a good narrative and then just started dumping. And also, these ones here, these early wallets, they're probably legit traders, but they could be them as well, buying up the supply early. So this is where they're extracting value from the community. See, this project is not going to go anywhere because of what they did, right? This is how you tell, which is unfortunate because it would have been a good project. But these people here, they're short term thinkers. They just think, oh, how can I get 30 or 40K out of the community, and they don't want to put in the work and do a long term project where they could get hundreds of millions, make hundreds of millions, and people could make heaps of money, right? And then also, let's just go to another one here, Bubba, right? Bubba's actually, I think, it's a really good project. Now Bubba's down at the moment, but it's different here, right? This is just selling off. So if we go and have a look at the same thing as Bubba, all right, go back to top traders, and then look at this. Look at the difference. See all these? These are all bought. This guy bought 32, sold 53, made 21 profit. This is like a legit trade. The next one bought for 33, sold for 49, made 15k profit. Now you scroll down, look at all the trades. There's only one here, which is bought none. They made 4k. There's another one there, but look at hardly any. There's another one there, but it's only small amounts. That one there, $600, $800. But most of these, if you scroll down, see all these. Look at that. See, there's no missing. The top holders, there's no missing. There's only like one there, which is number 27. But most of these are just all legit trades, right? They purchased it. It was registered. The transaction hash. This is how Dex Screener picks it up, and then sold it. They can see the P&L, and then you can see how much they made. See, these are all legit trades. So that's the difference with Bubba. I think that this is actually a good entry now into Bubba. And also it's a good narrative. Very similar though. Have a look at very similar. Bubba came out first, and then this other ROI one came out. See, so maybe they're just following the theme of this whole table. See how they got this, the biblical table with they're all having dinner, Last Supper. This is what this is. Biblical Last Supper, all sort of narrative with the table. Okay, people they're all sitting at the table. So yeah, I think this is probably a good entry into Bubba. It's like a legit project. The according to this top holders, the team doesn't look shady, but this one here is shady as AF. All right, so I would stay away from ROI, and and you can just tell by the these guys sow their own destinies. All right, look at them. They're just shady as F. Another one here, Slothana. This one's a bit shady as well. I've always said this one's shady, but it pumped. See, the top holder, look, they bought 0 tokens. This is obviously the dev. And then they sold it for 284,000. And these people raised like a couple of $1 million as well. Like, how greedy are these people? And then number 4, look, it bought 0, and they extracted 141k. Then the next one, number 9, 100k. Number 8, 91k. These guys raised in the like, I'm telling you, these guys are just greedy mofos because they raised a ton of money as well, like $1 million, $2 million. See, this is okay. It's not even on there. Slothana, you can't even get to it. All right, website. Oh, that's shady as. So these guys are just rugging now. See, Slothana. The website isn't even up. Let's go and have a look at Twitter. Okay, they're still posting. Oh, sign up get ready for the launch. Big news. Slothana supporters has call. Okay, okay, they're talking about a sign up. Yeah, I've always said this is really shady. This one, I did have a few people that went into it, asked me about it, and I said it was shady in the beginning. So, yeah, I hope they made money, but the chart here, it's going up. See, it dumped and then it went up, so it's still going up. But yeah, I don't know. Some of these projects they pump, but people just get into them, buy into them. There's actually the narrative on this is good as well. It's like Slothana's good because, it's Solana but slow Slothana. So yeah. Anyway, so that's Slothana. I've never been a fan of this one. I just think it's shady. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Okay. So let's just another. This is another project that I. This is like 2021, right? This is another project that I was telling you about. How people make these projects and they just extract value from the community. So this one was an NFT project. I bought like 40 bears, and what they did was they said, "Oh, if you buy these bears, you get passive income, and depending on what bear you bought, um, just depended on what how much money you'd make, right? So what they were doing is they were stringing you along and they were getting you to buy more and more bears. I bought like 40 bears, and then each bear, they were saying like if you had four of these brown bears or you had five of these white bears, it was worth so much. If you had so many of these different ranks, see that had the different ranks and the traits. So basically what the whole gist was they were getting people to buy more bears because they would earn more passive income and you would get this Misha token, right? And this Misha token would earn you some Misha and then you could cash it out. But then the Misha was just, it obviously it would just dump, right? Because everyone would just cash it out and dump. And then after a while, I got sick of the project. I sold all my bears because they said that they then after the bears, then they started launching this new one. It was called Honey, and I was like, what the hell is this? These guys are just extracting value. I said, I'm done with this project. I sold all my bears, and then after a while, they said, oh, you know what, the Misha token, it's not worth anything. We're going to stop. Basically, everyone just bled the liquidity on the Misha token because they were, and then the project fell apart. So this was another project in 2021, a couple of years ago, that they were just extracting value and they were just getting on these live streams and they were just lying to the community. And people got really right into these projects, right into this project. And there was a lot of good people in this project that believed in it and they just extracted value. And the thing is, the artwork was great. You know what I mean? They could have done really big things with this, but all they were intended to do was release the collection, get people to buy as many of these bears as possible, give you a shit coin that was ended up bleeding all the liquidity, and then launching another one and saying, well, if you buy this new honey one, then you're going to get more of these. And it was just all bullshit. So this is what they do. Once they start saying this, if you buy this, you buy X amount of these, and then it starts to get sort of really shady, all right? Because what they're trying to do is they're just trying to get you to buy more and more of this crap. And then that's their goal, right? The end goal was just to sell more NFTs and make more money. They weren't interested in anything long term, and that's why this ultimately failed, right? So whenever that the owners of the team that runs it are all interested in buying, just making money for themselves, that the project will end up failing. All right. And the other day I watched this really good YouTube video of this guy. I can't remember his name. He interviews billionaires. He's got quite a big good channel actually. He's got a really good channel. Interview, and what he basically does is he goes around and he interviews billionaires and he talks to them, right, and asks them questions. How did you get rich, right? And I can't find the channel. He's a young dude, and he does these short videos, right? He asks the same questions to the same people, and he spends about 5 minutes with them, just asks them direct questions, and interviewed billionaires, and basically they tell him how they got rich. I wish I could find it, but it's not one of these guys. He's a young dude. He's got like 200, 300,000 subscribers. But anyway, actually it might be School of, here it is here. This is it. School of Hard Knocks. This is the guy, right? Go and have a look at his channel. It's called School of Hard Knocks. He's got 287,000. What he basically does is goes around and interviews billionaires and gives them the same questions. And sometimes they sit down with them. Sometimes he interviews them on the spot in the car, whatever, right? And one of the guys that did like nearly $1 billion in sales, in revenue, he basically said, if you want a project or your product or your company or your business to be long term, what you got to do is you've got to listen to your customers and you've got to provide value. The customer comes first, right? And you've got to build value so it benefits the customer first, right? And you'll build a big, successful, multi-million, billion-dollar business, right? And that's what he said, right? So any of these big businesses, they focus on the customer, just like Amazon, right? Amazon doesn't give a shit about the sellers. All they give a shit about is the buyers, because people come to Amazon and it's all about the buying experience, right? I know this is going off crypto a little bit, but this is what this is what crypto projects and teams need to understand, is that if they adopt this strategy, that their project can go into the millions, if not billions. But all they're interested in is extracting value from the community. They're not worried about putting the community first. You know, back in the MLM days, right? You remember when I first started MLM like 20 years ago. More than that, actually, 19 years ago, when I went to my first meeting, I had no clue about MLM. Right? They would say, you know, I read all the books on self development, right? And this was the best thing about MLM, right? It was self development. It wasn't the actual structure of, of what they used, the pyramids they used, although most things are pyramids. And it was the one by, it was the quote by Zig Ziglar. If you help get people what they want, then you'll get what you want, and something to that effect. And that's what Amazon does very successfully. It delivers the product within a day or within a couple of days, right? And that's why people come back to Amazon. And this is what this guy interviewed. This, I can't remember which video it was, but it's in one of these videos. Because each one of these videos has like 4 or 5 different interviews. So he does the interview with the person, and then after the interview he does like a 1 minute skit and gives you like an overview of what they said and takes the key points. All right. So that's what this billionaire said. You've got to put the customer first and give value to the customer first. And that's what's going to expand your business. So when these people are there just to extract the shit out of you and extract as much money as you know that the project is going to fail in the long term, because they're putting their interests first, and it's going to fail, right? So this is, and I know that this is like nothing to do with crypto, but it's got everything to do with crypto, because the fundamentals of business and um, creating value are the same in everything, right? Doesn't matter if it's crypto, real estate, anything. It's all the same principles. So this is something you can look for when you're in the next project. All right. These people are just extracting value. They don't give a shit about you. These guys here, in my opinion, when they're dumping 280K after they made a couple of million, they're not there for the you, right? They're just there for themselves. And so are a lot of these crypto projects. You got to understand this, right? So um, these guys, they're retarded. Yes, they're very smart in what they did. They basically screwed the community because they used the narrative that was us against them, and they did the exact same thing that they did, right? They talked about all these big influencers screwing all the normies and the local retail investors, and they did the exact same thing as them, which is, it's really bad. This is how bad this project is. They could have had something really good about this project, but they were just all about making small gains, making the 20 or 30K. These guys are this is how stupid they are. They put a really good website together. This is what I'm saying. They put a really good website together. They had a really good narrative, right? Yet they all just all they're interested in getting their 20 or 30, 40, 50K, or maybe even, I don't know how much they would have made. 100K, I don't know. When they could have made millions, hundreds of millions, but they're just too interested in making their 30 or 40K quickly, right? That's all they're interested in. This is how dumb they are, right? Whether if they would have just served the community, they would have helped the community grow the project and put value back into it to grow it. They could have walked away with hundreds of millions. Now they're going to walk away with 50K. This is how stupid they are. They had a good website and a good narrative. But this is crypto. People have short attention spans and they have short, they're happy with 50K, right? If I was to put a project together, there's no way I'd do this for 50K. Hell no. Speaking of that, this is Buddy token. We're having a fair launch. Okay, so Buddy got hacked. Not Buddy, but Pump got hacked. But we are back, and there was a ex-employee that basically stole $1.9 million worth of Solana, right? They went into all the listings that were still active, and then they added like fake Solana to the contract, and then extracted the existing Solana. But Pump went in and they've fixed up all the listings and added new liquidity. So and they've added 2.6 liquidity, 2.6 Solana to this as well. So they boosted up to 30 to 2.8. Now, what I said before, right? We're slow. I'm not going to lie. This is very slow for me and for the community, and I'm trying to get this going. But join our Twitter and join our Telegram, right? We have an opportunity here to make this into hundreds of $1 million market cap coin. Doing it legit, doing it the proper way, but it's like anything, it's always a slog in the beginning. And it seems that these shady operators, they just promise the world, but deliver nothing to the actual token holders. But people flock to these things, flies to shit, because of the quick ROI, right? So that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to build value here long term, all right? To be this around, to be the next, to be the next big dog coin. We might be around for 2 or 3 years. Okay, I know this is going to take this is a process. Okay, but just mark my words. If this ever gets going, and we get off the ground, this is going to be around for, who knows, decades. Okay, but the reason why I call it Buddy tokens is after my dog, and it's simple, Buddy, one word, right? One word, Buddy. If you look at all the top meme coins, Doge, Shiba, Pepe, okay, dog with hat, that's kind of like 3 words. Floki, Bonk, right? One word, Brett, MAGA, Trump, right? They're all kind of like one word. One word is the best. Why? Because it's simple to understand and remember. That is why it is called Buddy, all right? Because it's simple to remember. Another one which I do like, which is not on the best chains, not on the best chains, which, but I've got to put my bias aside, is Boomer. I like Boomer. Why? Because it's straight to the point, and it's Boomer on base. So what is a Boomer? Boomer is baby Boomer. It's these old guys, that are 60 plus, 60, 70s, that are into crypto. This is a legit team. Although, why did they pick base? But they want to help Coinbase get richer. Yeah, okay. But this is a perfect project of where the narrative is there. Okay, it's a bunch of baby boomers, old fogies that are into crypto. There's still a lot of old fogies in crypto, right? And they want to get 10 million boomers, but it's clear, right? Their website, their messaging, their branding, their color sequence, everything is on point, right? This is the perfect brand. Whoever created this website and did their research on branding, and they've got a good website. It's nice and clean. They got these cool characters of crypto, which are kind of like characterized, which is what everyone loves. And it's got this coin here, that it's just perfectly created, in my opinion. Even though I don't like it because it's on Coinbase. I like this token. Actually, I haven't even bought them. I should buy this, right? I did a review on this a couple of days ago. But I think this has potential right? Boomer, one word, right? It's down at the moment, so it's only 3 cents. So, um, yeah, I think this has potential, right, to be good. But again, this is long term, right? It's only 33 million and not quite 1 million liquidity. Okay, so the community behind this is very strong as well. Okay, the community is fanatical, but I think the craziest community out is got to be Gummy. These it's got to be Gummy, right? And the Gummy's down at the moment, it's 7.8, right? But don't let this yeah, it's down, right? I'm not gonna lie, right? But it's don't let this fool you, right? Um, you look at the holders, 47,000, but then you've got to look at the whole perspective of kind of like everything with Gummy. People are crazy about Gummy. It's there's fanatical, right? It's just the price is down at the moment. Um, they had look at this guy, tattoos, right? Look at that tattoo is sick. Look at it. I personally wouldn't get it, but they're into Gummy, right? And they got 25,000 Gummy, which is probably worth about 2K. This one got one on his ass. So that's what you call loyalty. You know, there's tons of people that got these tattoos, right? And then they got the billboards. They did the billboards. They've got these vans going around. This is not AI. Okay, these are legit. All right. So Rand is doing, and he's going to do an Asian trip. It's mulling, right? Look at this. Look at this tat. That looks sick. Look at that tat. I've not got one tattoo. I'm not a tattoo guy, but if I was to get a tattoo, that looks sick. You know what I mean? It just looks really cool. Another one here. So these people, there's tons of people got tattoos. Where do you see a project that's got tattoos? They're fanatical. So the price is down at the moment, but okay, here's another one. Okay, Soul just got sweeter. So the reason why this is actually quite smart is because Seoul, Korea has got one of the biggest populations of crypto. They're nutcases in Korea, and the Korean won is one of the biggest uh, like fiat exchanges apart from the USD for crypto. So a lot of volume goes from in South Korea, and that's kind of like why. Um, Probably why they went to this marketing here. This is not AI, guys. This is real, right? Where was it? Here. All right. So this is in South Korea, which is a pretty modern city, to be honest. But if you have a look at Fiat Leak, and then have a look at this is just going to the US. I'm trying to find the world. There it is there. Okay, so if we look at Fiat Leak and then you'll see South Korea come pumping up in a minute. This starts off small, but you can see it. Have a look at here. See this little window, that's the ticker. See all the Australia? See, look at all the ones here. If you don't know what the Korean flag looks like, it looks like that. See, that's the Korean flag right there. See? So where's most of this Bitcoin going to and flowing to? It's going to North America and it's going to South Korea. See? This is clever marketing, right? So South Korea's got they're crypto crazy. They love Doquan. No, they don't. They don't love Doquan. But see, look at it. That just tells you this is on-chain data, right? Where's all the Bitcoin flowing? It's going to the US, obviously, and it's going to South Korea. Okay. So when they do this stuff like this, promoting a meme coin in South Korea and putting on billboards or look on like these look like stands or bus stops and stuff. It's it's the reason why they do it is for a reason, right? Um, Also, they did billboards, actual billboards, which anyone can actually do. These billboards are not fake. Okay, this is AI. This is not fake. Okay, these are actual billboards. There's Gummy there. They also did Times Square one. Um, But these, you can actually go and start doing your own billboard advertising, and this is what they use. They use this. All right, it's called blipboards.com, and you can start as little as $20. It's not going to give you many impressions, but then See, so they got all these billboards all over America, right? And you can just pick the location you want. See a location. There's literally hundreds. All right, you just pick the location that you want, and then you can just, like, if we go to California, and then you can go and have a look at the billboard. Where is it? Like, which one shall I do? Let's just go and do. I don't know. I have no clue. Sacramento. I don't know the states that in depth, but there's Sacramento. You can have a look at the Sacramento boards. You can start. Look, $20 budget a day for 50 blips. That's not going to get you much, but so there's ones that do the billboard outside SpaceX. So there's a billboard outside of SpaceX, the actual SpaceX uh, plant. There's a billboard outside there, so you can actually advertise there. But this is not fake. This is real, right? There's another one there. New billboard up, Hong Kong. So this is. Can you see how big this is? It's just that it just needs time to marinate, right? And like I said before, it hasn't gone on Binance yet. Once it gets on Binance, this is going to absolutely tear it. It'll rocket to $1, like literally, like, within a short period of time. Now I'm still staking my gummy. I haven't checked it today, but let me just have a look. I'm just checking it on my phone. I've got 20 million earned for my staked gummy. Anyway, so that's that. So you've got to give these things time, right? The amount of efforts going into this project is phenomenal, right? So there's another one in Hong Kong. So if you don't give this time, you're an idiot, right? Literally, there's the SpaceX one. Okay, this is not AI, right? This is real. You can actually find this SpaceX. Just find SpaceX, the location, wherever it is. I don't know where it is. Somewhere in California, I guess. Then go to billboards and find the actual billboard and then advertise it. That's what they did. Going back to Fiat leaks, right? It's all going to South Korea, guys, right? Anyway, let's just get off these for a second. So yeah, check out our token, Buddy Token. Now, I wanted to do a review. It's going to be a short one because, yeah, it's kind of. So anyway, one of the guys he came on and did a quick shout out. It was only a small shout out, but nevertheless, I'll still do it. This was his token, right? And he was kind of said that, like, having traction, having problems getting traction. So I thought I'd just quickly do a review on it. It's called Never Back Down, and experience unparalleled stability and confidence in your investment. Ground crypto prices is engineered to never decline. Yeah, I would never. First of all, I would say I would say the messaging. I don't want to be a real harsh critic, but I'm just trying to give you honest opinion on this. Never back down. I would say that probably the messaging is not really on point, but then again, maybe I'm just prejudging it. The price is engineered to never decline. I would get rid of this straight away, immediately, because the price is clearly declining. Okay, um, you know, So I to say that it never declines, it's pretty much a lie, because everyone knows that everything declines, right? So I would actually get rid of this, because you're trying to tell people it's never going to decline, but everyone knows in crypto everything goes down. So people aren't stupid. So I would probably get rid of this and rephrase this. Maybe buy and sell. Okay, I get that. I would probably push this to the end. So what you're doing here is, like, when you come to the website, right? You're giving them, like, you got it. The first bit of the first, like, bit of the website is the what they call the fold, right? So you need to give the maximum amount of messaging immediately, because you've got about 3 seconds before people leave your website. Then down here, you're already trying to sell them. I would push this to the bottom. Why? Because you're trying to sell them and you haven't done anything. Like, this is not, the messaging is not strong enough. The colors, it's very dark. I don't know, maybe change the color scheme. Buyback fee 20%. In my opinion, I think this is a bad idea. But again, it was a good thing. It does help raise money to for the buyback fee and all that sort of stuff. But I think people are over that. They're sick of um, they're still around, the buyback and burns, but they take the fee from the transaction fees, and I think this is when people want to sell, they lose a bit when they want to sell, and also when they want to buy. So I think this is 2021. I think the buyback and burn is over. Um, yeah, I just think it's over. It should be 0%, right? People have moved on, but anyway, that's just my opinion on it. I'm just giving you my opinion on it. It's on BNB. Um, and we go and have a look here. Um, so these dead. See, that's got dead. These are just burns. Okay. Um, so so they sold $100 worth of value there. So yeah, let's just go into the white paper. I would probably change the messaging, and I would change the color scheme. Just in my opinion. I mean, that's just my opinion. Let's just go and have a look at the contract. Maybe there's no. Hang on. So. Oh, that's the BNB contract. Hang on. Ah, my bad. Not doing it. Why? Yeah, no, that's the BNB contract. Hang on. Oh, here it is. Here, there's a smart contract there. So get rid of that. I'll just have a look at the chart. Yeah, see how it's dumped. So I would not. I would personally not put this thing right where you've said. Yeah, right. This is not good. Price is engineered to never decline. Nothing is engineered to never decline. That's a lie. Yeah, if that was the case, then nothing would go down, and that's not correct. So, but I will say, it's good that you've spent some money and gone the website, the Twitter, and the Telegram. So this costs like 300 or something. I don't know how many sold, but it costs like 300, $400, I think, to get this. So that's good. Um, followers only 914, and I know how tough it is to get followers. Okay, so trust me, I know, right? With Buddy Token. So um, yeah, it's good that you've done that. And you've got these little videos and stuff, which is good. Coin market cap. I think to get on coin market cap, you have to pay like 5K. I could be wrong. Yeah, I think you got to pay like 5K to get on coin market cap to get listed on there. So maybe they've spent the money because the volume is not that great. So you look at the liquidity; it's only 43K, and I know it's like only small. Market cap 67K, so very very tiny. Look at the transactions in the last 5 minutes, none. 1 hour, none. 6 hours, none. And in 24 hours, only 17 transactions. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, people looks like a ghost town. I would probably, yeah, like I know what you're doing here. I would try to add like do buys, not do buy, but do buys, buy, like do some transactions to get this volume up. I know it's tough because it's you're just starting to get traction, but the traction is very difficult to do, right? Um, so yeah, I get it. Let's just go and have a look at the white paper. The white paper doesn't really tell it much. It just talks about the mission and that. There's no technicals. Probably this is the best part of the white paper. It's got the tokenomics description, um, the roadmap, um, marketing. Yeah, okay. The white paper is more technical. That's what white papers were for. But I know people don't use it for that now. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the sequencing, the color scheme. But anyway, it is what it is. And I would probably redo this, all right, because no token never goes down, okay. And I would move this to the bottom because no one, you're trying to sell like already without providing value. First of all, you're going to give value, then you sell, right? You don't do it the other way around, because if you don't provide value, people are not going to buy. First provide value, then sell. So sell at the bottom. Move this to the bottom, right? Um, and maybe, okay, so coin. So you're trying to do it through the widget here. Maybe also try to put some links. Oh, okay, you've got them here. Okay, so you've got the links here. Okay. Yeah, probably the biggest thing would be get going. So yeah, there is there. So you can buy the token here on PancakeSwap. So I totally get where you're going. It's very difficult to start off with because of the getting traction. But yeah, so hopefully some of those tips help you. The biggest thing I would do for you would be don't focus on anything else, but focus on the community. That's my opinion. That's where you need to put 99.9% of your energy is in the community. You need to focus on building in community because at the end of the day, the community is the one that holds the token, and everyone else buys in and they hold, and that's what's going to put the price up. Obviously, it's just um, basic trading, right? The more people that sell, the token value goes down, the price goes down. I mean, and the more people that hold, as more buyers come in, the price goes up. So you need to focus on the community and build a community. Got a nice little community here. I don't know how active they are, but focus on building the community first, and maybe become more clear on your messaging. And maybe I don't know. I don't know if you want to change your color scheme. I would put it to white. Um, I think black's a bad choice because black brings like a negative. It just does, right? You look at the website, it's just got this negative feel about it. If you use white, it's the universal color, okay, in my opinion. Um, yeah, if you look at Boomer, you know, Boomer's, go and have a look at Boomer's website. See? Blue, blue and red, like the authoritative colors. Blue's more trusted, okay? So the most trusted color in the palette color scheme is, I think it's blue. It's the most trusted. So see, can you see that? And that's why Coinbase is blue, right? They didn't happen to be blue for a reason, for some random reason. It's because of trust. So you can see why when people look at blue, psychologically in the head, it's like, okay, trust, right? Blue and white is like the most trusted sequence. Red is like good luck. Red is also good. So that's why you kind of like when you look at black, it's like gives this negative type of look. You know what I mean? So the the color, just the colors, people coming on your website for first time looking at the colors psychologically, there's already shit going in their head, and they're not even trusting your project because of the colors, just from the color scheme, not let alone the the messaging. The messaging comes second, right? There's a lot of psychological shit that's going on in their head, and if I was come to this website, I would probably not invest in it if I was being 100% transparent. So maybe, I don't know, maybe fix this up. But if you want to have a look at something that's perfect in messaging, everything, branding, go and have a look at Boomer. This is perfect. This is perfect, right? So look at their website. It's so professional and perfect, and branding is on point. And then messaging, Boomer, right? Everyone knows what baby boomers, right? So I hope this gives you some constructive criticism, and yeah, props to you for having bringing this project because I know it's not easy so far, this far. because I know it's not easy. So yeah, definitely on a path that's less traveled. So I hope that gives you some insights, and just take this as constructive criticism. All right, so hope that you guys found some value there, and um, let me just see if there's any comments. Uh, hang on, let me just get rid of this. Let me just answer some questions, and then I can move that one there. So Andy, yeah, so he's probably watching now. Sorry, I got to the end of it. Yeah. Um, are you based in Australia? No, I'm not based in Australia, but I'm from Australia. Um, I've been staking MBA for weeks. Yeah. Okay, cool. Um, and 90% project on Solana scams. Not sure why people gambling their money. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Absolutely. Mass of crypto. 99% of them are scams. Absolutely. Um, and I would say not um, just Sol. I would say in crypto, literally 99.9% of the projects in crypto is a scam. Why? Because people can come to crypto, shady operators can come to crypto, have no regulation, and literally just be smarter than normies and extract that value. And they want that Ethereum, they want that BNB, and they want that Solana. That's what their goal is. So they create these projects to make this facade of, NFTs. They make bullshit promises. Um, and that's why you had this thing like Bad Bears, which is I would listen to Bad Bears and I was like, okay, these guys are on point with with Bad Bears. They did one thing right. They um, had frequent. They did like weekly live streams, like Twitter lives, and I don't know. Yeah, I think it's Twitter lives. I think they did. Yeah, and they every week they reassured the community that, hey, you know what, we're going to be around for a long time. Buy more of these bears. So that's one thing that they did. They had good interaction uh, with the community. So the NBA looked interesting. You should do kind of AMA with the team. I wouldn't do an AMA simply because I don't like the project. If I invested in it, I really liked it, then I would do an AMA. But I'm not going to waste my time on something that I'm not personally invested in. So that's probably why I wouldn't do it. And you're probably from MDA. So I would hopefully you take some criticism, constructive criticism of kind of like what I said. You guys really need to fix your transactions. There's no transactions in the last 24 hours. 17 transactions in the last 24 hours. You're not going to trend on Dex Screener if you got only 17 transactions in the last 24 hours. I'm not being harsh. I know how difficult it is. Okay, trust me. But yeah, you kind of have to, like I said, build your community first. All right, then um, get your messaging on point. I don't think your messaging is right. You need to fix up that never declining. That's bullshit. Okay, guys, it's bullshit. You need to fix that up immediately. Sorry for the strong words, but um, you need to put yourself in the shoes of the consumer. Like I said, when I talked about Amazon, right? Why is Amazon so successful? Because Jeff Bezos doesn't give a shit about the sellers. All he cares about is the consumers and getting that parcel to the consumer within a day or 2 days. And that is why Amazon is $1 billion company. Why? Because he puts the customer first. That is what this billionaire on this is what the billionaires on what I just told you about before on this guy's YouTube channel, Hard Knocks. This is what a billionaire said. He said, if you put the customers first and you get you give the value to the customer, which is like the token holder, then you'll become, $100 million token if you put the customer. But most people they won't do it because they're all about themselves. They're all about extracting value. They're all about how much money can I make and extract and shill and screw all over the token holders, and they don't last. They make the 50K, chicken feed money, and then they're gone, and all that that whole, like these guys here, these ROI clowns, right? Put a good website together, put everything together, made all to the trouble, had a really good website and pumped and did really well on deck screen, and then it dumped because they were only interested in extracting value and just taking what 50K off the table, 40, 50K, maybe more, when they could have turned this into hundreds of millions if they just weren't greedy at the start and they just built a community. So that's what the hardest thing to do is to build a community. But that's exactly what Gummy's doing now. They're building community. When people get tattoos on themselves about a gummy, you know that the community is solid. You know what I'm saying? So it's not easy to do. It's very hard. Trust me, I know, right? I'm trying to build the buddy community and it's very difficult. So hope you found some value there. But don't rebut against my questions, because I'm not saying, I mean, you can if you want, but I'm saying I'm trying to help you guys understand the process. I don't know where you're from, but yeah, just take on what I said on board, because if you take it on board and take it as constructive criticism, you can move forward. But yeah, thanks, Andy. Thanks for your question, and I think you made a small donation, so that's why I did the review, and hope you got some value there. So if anyone else wants to get reviews, yeah, if you do like a shout out, like Andy did, like a $2 shout out, and then I'll do a full what I spent on this, like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. But hope you do well with your project, guys. Move forward with it, and take that constructive criticism, start building. But I would probably immediately fix up your messaging and maybe change your color scheme. But then again, that's just me. All right, guys, thanks for watching. And don't forget as well, you guys can check out Buddy Token and move forward with that. And because we're live, we're up to 30%. And also we're with the Solana as well. You can win some Solana as well, but pushing that forward. And then we've got 299 entries. Okay. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream.